Hey guys, welcome back to CampbellThreads.com. My name is Brea and today is Makeup Monday. Today is also part 2 of our Q&A videos, and just like last week, I wanted to thank everybody again for sending in all of your questions. I've loved answering all of them. I think it's so fun. I love just, learning like what other people want to know. So like, keep them coming. I mean, I'm not going to do videos on them every week, obviously, but just, if you have any questions, just send them in to lulu@campbellthreads.com, and that kind of helps me to know what you guys want to see and learn and all of that good stuff. So just keep me in the loop on all the different things. So without further ado, we will get into part 2 of this Q&A video, and let's get started. Okay, so the first question is from Susan, and it says, when I highlight under my eyes, the shimmer is settling into my fine lines. How do I prevent that? Okay, so first, when you're highlighting underneath your eyes, and maybe I should be a little bit more specific. Underneath your eyes, you're gonna wanna do all matte. So if you have fine lines or anything like that, and you're putting shimmer directly underneath your eye, all of that shimmer is gonna settle into those fine lines, and it's gonna reflect that light. The light is gonna reflect off of that, so it's gonna actually enhance any fine lines that you have. So when you're highlighting underneath your eyes, you're gonna wanna be using concealers or lighter foundation, and you want it to be matte. No shimmer, nothing, just matte. And that's what's gonna make the underneath your eyes appear brighter. So as far as actual highlighting goes with shimmer, you wanna keep that on the high points of your face. So you're gonna do on your cheekbones, kind of like what I do, how I do the crescent right around, close to my hairline, right around my eye. But you never wanna put actual shimmer underneath your eye as a highlight, because it is gonna draw attention. All of the shimmer is gonna reflect that light and draw attention to any fine lines or anything that you have underneath there. So highlighting under eyes, when I say that, I mean like concealers and stuff like that, no shimmer. So hopefully that helped. Okay, so this is a hair question. Chelsea asked, how do I get volume without teasing my hair? I have fine hair and it just looks like a tangled mess. Ugh. That's not fun. So my best recommendation for you, Chelsea, would be, since you do have fine hair, I know exactly what you're talking about. When you're teasing it up and you can, when it lays down, all you see is that tease part, and when you try to smooth it out, I'm assuming just like it does for other people, it brushes it all out. So a good thing to do is to, whenever you get out of the shower and your hair is wet, use a volumizing mousse. So that's gonna make your hair stand up naturally. And also to round brush the top of your hair. So take a round brush and your blow dryer, let me squat down so you can see it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that round brush and you're gonna brush your hair forward as you're blow drying it. So it's gonna make those hairs, and when you're over directing against the grain of your hair, when you go to flip it back, it's gonna stand up more. So volumizing mousse, over directing your hair when you're blow drying it, or if you don't wanna round brush it, because it does, even for me, I do hair every single day and I can't round brush my own head. It's tragic because I love getting blowouts. So what you can do is flip your head upside down and over direct the air to where your hair is going down to your face. So when it's flipping back, it's standing up more. Another thing, you can actually have your hairdresser make your hair, cut it a certain way to where it is standing up. So what I do with my clients is I texturize the top of their head. So I will pull their hair up and I take my special texturizing shears and I cut in to their hair. So see, let me show you with my bangs. So I'll pull their hair up, and with my texturizers, I will start right in here and go up, and I'll just do a couple little spots, just a couple snips. And what that does is it's creating what's called internal layers. So when you're cutting your hair, internal layers into your hair, the shorter ones are gonna automatically just try to stand up and just poke out of the way. So when you're doing that with texturizing shears, and your hairdresser will know exactly what I'm talking about, when you do that, those short hairs are gonna try to stand up. So what's cool is the longer hairs are gonna try to hold them down. So they're, they're like meeting in the middle. So instead of them just poking up and sticking out completely out of your head, those long hairs are holding them down to where they're not sticking out. So it's creating a little bit more natural of a lift. I do it to my clients all of the time, and it's so crazy because as soon as I'm done doing that and I lay their hair down, you can automatically see like that just extra lift. So if you're not wanting to tease your hair, just ask your hairdresser to texturize the top of your head. She'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and that will help get rid of any of that weight that's on top of your head to help kind of make it stand up a little bit more. So that, volumizing mousse, and over directing your hair when you blow dry. Those are all the best 3 ways that I personally think to do without having to tease it. Okay, so this isn't really a question, but I did have a ton, oh my gosh guys, a ton of questions about highlighting and contouring. So since I had so many, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna designate a special video just on how to highlight and contour your face. Just because since I had so many, a lot of them were super similar. I didn't want to keep answering the same question over and over. So what I'm going to do is separately is film a complete total highlight and contour video where I will refer back to these questions and answer on how to do that. So I know that's not a question, but be looking for that. Okay, so the next question is from Abby, and she's asking, what is the best nude lip? I like matte. Forever and ever and ever, Too Faced Melted Matte is my ride or die. That is my favorite liquid lip to use of all time. I absolutely adore it. But as far as nude goes, so I'm gonna go into a couple of different things. Nude is completely different on every single person. So what's nude on me is gonna look mauve-y on somebody that's fair skinned. So I have very olivey skin. I'm very naturally tan. I have a lot of Indian blood in me, so I always have color. White, this is white for me, and I still have pretty good color. So during the summer, y'all, I'm gonna get dark. But that's just kind of an example. So nude on me is completely different on everybody else. So a nude on somebody that's fair skinned on me, my lips are gonna look like they're glowing, like they're super bright. So if you have olivey skin tone, like you're right in the middle, you're not fair skinned, you're not darker skinned, then right in the middle, just like me, I love the Cool Girl Melted Matte by Too Faced. So for those of you that have fair skin, Child Star is gonna be a really good matte. It has a little bit more of a pinky undertone, but it's still a really pretty nude for those of you girls that are very fair skinned. Nudes that I use on for one, myself, and then two, the other girls that I'm doing makeup for special events like prom, weddings, photography, just stuff like that. So those 3. So my next question is from Madison, and she says, what lashes do you recommend for brides? I want something dramatic but not so crazy that it doesn't look like me. I was going to text you and ask this, but I figured lots of other brides would be interested too. How sweet of you, Mads. So sweet. So what I would recommend, there are so many different lashes out there, like it's absolutely insane, but I've noticed what I always go to for my brides, because they don't want dramatic lashes, you know, they want something to where, you know, their lashes look good but not too over the top. So my favorite line for my brides is the Ardell Wispies, and I like those because they have a full line of it, and there's so many different styles that they have. So the reason I like those so much is they are a little bit thicker at the base, so they're making your eyes, you're making your eyelashes look really full, And then as they get out, as they go out, as you're going up the lash, they get thinner. So you're getting length, you're getting volume at the base of your lash, but it's not too over the top. So I don't have a specific, sorry Madison, I don't have a specific eyelash style for you, but definitely look into the Ardell Wispy line just because, like I said, they give you good length volume and they're not too crazy dramatic. So I really do, I gravitate towards those for all of my brides. So I hope that helped. Just let me know if I need to be a little bit more specific on that one. Okay, so the last question is from McKenna and it is, how do you keep your teeth so white? So honestly, my teeth are not that white. I mean, they're not like yellow or anything like that, but I think a lot of it like has to do with the lighting that I use for the videos because they're bright. But I mean, they don't glow like when I'm off camera. I mean, they don't look nasty or dingy or anything like that. They are pretty white, but they don't look perfect like they do right now. But I will say that I do use the Crest 3D Glamorous White toothpaste, and I use the mouthwash that goes with it. So that's just what I do on a daily basis. Sometimes if I'm feeling like I have time, I will get the whitening strips or the whitening trays. I used to do that. I had the Invisalign retainer for a long time, and my dentist actually gave me some gel that I could put in my retainer, and I would sleep in it overnight and that would actually bleach them. I ended up stopping doing that just because I don't know if the peroxide in the tube that he gave me was too high or what, but I did notice that it made my teeth like super sensitive. I'm talking like I couldn't even take in a breath of air through my mouth without my teeth feeling like I was taking a bite out of like ice cream and just letting it sit there. Like, I know y'all know that feeling that I'm talking about. So that's what I do to keep my teeth white. I really don't do anything special. I just use whitening toothpaste, whitening mouthwash, and every so often I'll do whitening strips, but nothing super crazy or anything like that. So yeah, so that is all of the questions that I have for this week. I wanted to thank you guys again so much for sending them in. I really loved doing this. I just feel like I got to like interact with you guys a little bit more. And like I said last week, don't feel like you can't keep sending in questions, because you definitely can. Just send them in to lulu@camelthreads.com, or you know, DM us on Instagram or Facebook, and I will still answer them for you. Like I said, it is good feedback for me, because it kind of keeps my wheel spinning as to what to keep filming for you guys, because one of the hardest things about doing this is, you know, coming up with new content and keeping it different and not being so repetitive and all of that good stuff. So yeah, with that being said, I am done and I feel like I'm about to start rambling right now. So thank you so much again for watching. If you ever need anything, just holler, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.